Now this works in the opposite direction too.
Amazing!
We use 1,620 of these panels to make our Earth. Now if we wanted to make enough panels to actually cover the real Earth, this one right here, the one you hit when you fall off your bicycle, how many panels would we need? Since area is calculated by multiplying one side of this equation by the other side, our 10 to the minus 6 becomes 10 to the positive 6 times 2, which gives us 10 to the 12th. Oh, just trust me on that one. Knowing we used 1,620 panels on this Earth, that would translate to 1.62 billion panels, which is also 1,000 trillion, which also sounds like a lot of blue paint.
Whoa.
It also sounds kind of like the national debt, but maybe we'll do that next year. There are some other little-known details about this new world. Like what? Well, I'll tell you. If you were standing on the moon, this is what the Earth would look like from the moon. Now, how did we know how far that was? Well, we know what the distance is from the Earth to the moon. You divide by 1,000,000, you're left with about 1/4 mile, which is the distance from there to here. If you were flying in the shuttle, you'd only be about 12.5 inches from the surface of the globe. If you were right here, where would you be? Huh? I don't know, out in space somewhere. It's a joke. The atmosphere, the air we breathe, is only 1/2 an inch thick. Pretty fragile. How far could you drive in a car on a highway in an hour? 55 miles, or about 3.43 inches. How far away is the sun? In reality, 93 million miles. 10 to the minus 6, 93 miles, which is roughly from here to Little Falls, Minnesota. On this model, how high is the tallest mountain? Mount Everest in the Himalayas is over 29,000 feet. On this globe, it would be 1/4 of an inch. I wonder if they put in that panel yet. Who's got Mount Everest? Did you learn something today?
Yeah.
What'd you learn?
That Australia is one of the oldest countries, and if you look over in the middle, it's usually brown because the Earth has eroded away mostly. Well, the part of Australia has eroded away mostly, but as you go out, it gets greener because the sea and lakes support the grass.
Good answer! I am impressed.
Were you able to find your piece?
Yeah, it was kind of hard though because the atlas was hard to find the pieces and where they went.
Which piece did you have to look for?
I think it was number 60. I'm not sure.
What country it was?
It was all ocean.
It was all ocean?
Yeah.
So you painted a blue panel?
Yep.
What did you see here today that you thought was cool?
Well, in the slideshow, I didn't know that the people here did open heart surgery, or that they learned it, and they learned how.
Boy, I think we did something wrong here.
Why?
It's way too small, and I think it's upside down.
Oh, that's just for reference. And besides, there's no up or down in space.
Oh, what a relief. See, look at, boy, I bet those kids really learned a lot by doing this. But how did they know what to paint where?
Well, I think I don't know.
Gee, and look at all this blue, too. There's so much blue, so much water.
Well, the Earth is 71% water. Did you know that?
Gee, how about that? How about that? So some kids probably just got to paint blue, huh?
Well, I think they got to paint a little land.
I certainly hope so. Gee, look at New Zealand. I would really like to paint New Zealand. It's so cute. Lots of little mountains and stuff.
Yeah, I want to paint North Dakota.
Hello. Why?
Because it's big and square.
Oh, it's easy to follow the lines, too, huh? Hand me some more blue, will you?
I can't. My arms don't work.
Okay, Maddie, do you know how many schools painted panels for this globe?
I don't know.
Nearly 200, and that includes one in London. Do you know where London is?
England?
Very good. And there was also one in Italy. Do you know what Italy is shaped like, Maddie?
No.
The boot, and that's what you get, the boot. Back to the atlas. Look it up.
This side is north, and this side is south.
Make sure you use a ruler so you're accurate.
It's been a lot of fun.
First stop on our So Cool in School tour, Highland Elementary in Apple Valley, Minnesota.
It's 75 north, which will be over here, and you measure it.
Latitude, longitude.
We did a lot of division, and
I'm tracing this
these were the tracers.
part onto here.
Blaine, what was the other one?
You basically don't have anything but blue to paint.
So we had to look up in the atlas. See, it's the world here. We worked with all the numbers, longitude, latitude. So 75 up to 108. And then this is the University of Minnesota.
It's cool.
A couple of well-known explorers navigated their way into one lucky classroom.
Is this a piece of the overall globe that's going up on May 4th?
Why did you decide to go on this expedition? We get to miss school.
I know.
today we do. And then they meet right down here.
We're zooming around at an incredible rate. That's a major puzzle. We love traveling in the wilderness. How did you all get to do the cool continent? You read that book, didn't you?
Put a dot there and put send.
And you're going to be there. So you all sign this afterwards.
Yep.
Cool.
And then you find the vertexes.
Children have a passion.
You're going to be taping down the vellum.
And boy, oh boy, did the teachers ever get into the global act.
Oh, Gawa is the name of a region.
In your work, anywhere you like.
It's 73 north and 166 east.
Where did we paint?
Here.
There?
In Mali, and that's what you're painting.
Okay, and where is that?
It is so 73 north, 1, 2, 3.
Latitude like the rungs of the ladder.
What is that body of water called?
Atlantic.
Atlantic, yes.
And 166, 65, 66.
So which way would be north? Ivory Coast. There we are, our panel.
Scale can be a weighty matter.
Well, I learned that we're going to scale this down to 1 million.
We're building a new world.
You look at it from the other side there. A satellite would be about 2 miles away. That's it, South Africa at the top.
Yeah, and then you just paint it?
Just paint it. Yeah, they trace it. And other than the sun, if this was a model, that this would be 93, the sun would be 93 miles away from this. Which would be A.
Just roll it on. You got it. Right here, in this area approximately, you want color 1.
And then, so on with B and C.
You need to get a nice even coat on there.
It's part of the ocean.
Connect them, and then it's CO6. And then they all connect into one big Earth.
You know, every panel on here has at least 3 coats of paint, and all 10,000 students signed their panels. Whoa, Maddie, nice atlas.
Hey, Peggy, I found the boot, but do you know what shape Stromboli is?
Stromboli is ice cream. Can't fool me.
Gotcha! It's an island, and it's round.
I knew that. I knew that. And I'll take over from here on in. Thanks a lot, Maddie. Thanks for your help. Okay, kids, well, let's check out this floating factoid. Welcome back. Let's take another look at how our globe is coming along. I see Africa's about half done, it's looking good. South America's coming along nicely. And if you look at it from a bird's eye view, you can see how well this whole new world is coming together. Nothing like a good plan, huh? The globe is cool, but what is very cool is the new stuff everyone knows.
Equator in Africa.
A lot of fun.
The atlas. This side is north longitude vertexes.
Brazil.
Science and technology.
Rivers. Spain.
And this side is south.
Antarctica's
A region.
prime meridian.
Ocean.
Engineering.
Political boundary.
Math and art.
Dome.
Geodesic dome. Latitude. Division.
It's cool.
Maps. Dimensions were.
Institute of Technologies.
1 to 1 million.
Teamwork.
Triangles.
Columbia.
University.
Ivory Coast.
It's pretty cool. Big Earth.
Green,
Clouds.
ocean,
Detail.
rivers,
Lakes.
regions,
States.
support,
Engineering.
planning,
Learning.
fun,
Cool.
tracing,
Lifting.
meridian.
Ah, bicycle.
Bicycle? Oh yeah, bicycle.
So what does all this mean? Well, with enough time, a lot of energy, a good education, and a whole lot of fun, you really can build a whole new world using the one we have right here. Thanks for watching, everyone.
They got to be on a university campus. They got to see it was a place that was a friendly place, it was a fun place, that they got to do something that was significant. This is the goal, to get to the university and then learn the things that allow them to become successful and happy. It was a team project that they worked together, they made something happen, and it was basically a kids' project. The kids understood that this was their project. My favorite quote on this project was a child that related this to his mentor. He must have been about 4th or 5th grade, and he went up to the engineering mentor and he says, "This was the most I ever learned in one day." Another student wrote me a card and thanked me for the fulfillment of my dreams. The number that was on their hard hat was 10 to the minus 6, which meant 1/1,000,000th of the Earth in terms of scale. We'd like to consider 10 to the 7th, or 10 million students, as being the goal that would actually set this up around the world in the next 5 years. And this was exactly what I expected. This project had turned out to be one of those rare times when what you envision at the start is exactly what happens at the end. And I think that's a tribute to all the volunteers and all the people that wanted to see it happen. It was one of those things where everybody wins. Nobody loses if it works, and everyone worked toward it. So it was a fulfillment of a vision almost perfectly. And that was just incredible that there were that many happy people in one spot that were doing something that was fun. So it was not a lesson in leadership as much as it was a lesson in teamwork.